Welcome to another connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King. Thanks for joining us on the show this week. Each week we have different organizations and individuals from those organizations come in to talk about what's going on in their organization and how it might affect you out there in our viewing audience. And we have so many different organizations within our viewing area. We try to get as many as we can to come in on a regular basis, and some that have special events coming up. In fact, if you're a part of an organization out there and you'd like to be on our Connection show, give us a call or send us an email here. Email address is tko8 at windstream.net. And we'll be happy to schedule you for an event. We do a show every Monday, and we'd be happy to get you in here and talk to you about what you're doing in your organization. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a young lady from the Boone County Senior and Wellness Center, Activity Center, I should say. She's going to tell us about what's going on there, and they're always doing something for the senior citizens of the area.
The Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison is offering a great reason to wake up on Saturday mornings. Their incredible brunch. Starting at 7 a.m., you can enjoy all of your traditional breakfast favorites or some of these decadent dishes. Eggs Benedict, featuring an English muffin topped with ham, 2 eggs, made any way you like, and topped with fresh-made hollandaise sauce. Plus, you'll also get your choice of hash browns or home fries. Perhaps something even more delectable. Townhouse Cafe's fabulous U.S. farm-raised butterfly trout grilled with a drizzle of hollandaise sauce, 2 eggs any way you like, hash browns or home fries, and either a biscuit or toast on the side. Absolutely delicious. Saturday brunch at the Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our guest in the studio today is Chris Kendall. Chris is from the director of the Boone County Senior Activity and Wellness Center. I got it right that time, didn't I, Chris? Thanks for coming in again. Chris comes in. She comes in to see us, try to maybe once a month, because they put out a program, and they have so many wonderful programs for the seniors in this area, and we're going to kind of fill you in on what they're doing in the near future and also just what they do in general. Always a busy time for you out there. The Boone County Senior Activity Center is exactly that. Activities for seniors and a wellness center to help the seniors out if they need help in finding medical help or whatever, exercise programs, events where they travel and actually go to different places, so everything. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit of kind of some of the general stuff, and then we'll talk about some of the events coming up.
Okay. We have exercise classes every morning. It's a different class each morning. Mm-hmm. And we have beanbag baseball, which is a big hit with the seniors. And we actually have the World Series that's coming up pretty soon, too. This fall is the World Series. We have a Wii bowling tournament as well, and I'm trying to get the seniors involved in that, and there's a couple that are interested in it, but not a whole lot of interest yet, but we want to get involved in that tournament as well. And of course, we participate in the senior games each year. That's some of the major events that we attend, but then we have the exercise classes every morning, beanbag baseball, international folk dancing, beginning line dancer classes, bingo on Mondays and Thursdays. There's the Peppy is an exercise class that we do, and Tai Chi is back. That's kind of an exciting time because that's a course that only lasts, I think it's a 12-week course, mm-hmm. and so you have to get in on the beginning of that course, but that's a really helpful program for seniors with arthritis and the Peppy as well. We have the Silver Sneakers and Extension Get Fit there as well.
You do a lot of things, and again, they schedule something every day. There's something going on. Mm-hmm. seniors are considered what, 60 and older? Is that kind of? I mean, anybody can come out, but I mean that's what you're actually going.
That's correct. It's 60 and above, and or a spouse of someone who is 60 and above. So if the spouse is under 60, then that person still qualifies.
Right.
Or if it's a disabled dependent of a senior, then they would qualify as well. Of course, kids are welcome to come in with mom and dad or grandma and grandpa anytime, throughout the summer. I know kids are out of school, and so we like to see the kids come in with grandparents, and they're usually just welcomed with open arms, and it's great to get to see the kids interacting with the older folks too. We ask a donation for our services. We never charge a fee for any of our services, and that's one thing that is just amazing to me, is that we never charge a fee, but we do ask for donations for all of our services. We ask a $3 donation for meals, whether it be in the center or home delivered meals. And then if you use the gym facilities, we ask that you make a donation. There's a donation box back there in the gym. And then transportation services, we offer that as well, and that's by donation as well. Many people think that the senior center is funded governmentally, and we're not. We do receive 49% of our funding through state and federal grants, but the other 51% of our funding comes from clients when they use our services, giving those contributions. And United Way gives us a portion of our funding, and then the quorum courts also help us with funding. And then, of course, we do fundraisers throughout the year to help with the funding as well. Okay. We do have a fundraiser coming up August 5th. We're having our 3rd annual car and bike show, excuse me. And so if you have a nice car that you want to enter into the show, it's for a great cause. We ask a $25 registration, and that is a tax-deductible donation. If you register by July 23rd, then you get a free meal that comes along with your registration. Of course, you can register up to the day of the show. From 9 till 12, we'll be doing registration and voting. And then at 12:30, we will award the trophies to the winners.
For each category?
For each class,
okay.
Yes.
She was talking about the funding for the senior center, and I see this in our brochure here, but you think about 51% has to be generated through donations, and you get a little from the United Way, I'm sure, and other donations that go to the center. Do you find that most of the time, I mean, I'm sure some seniors just don't have any extra money, but do you find most of the time that people donate at least the minimum or more?
Yes. Yeah, if they can afford it, then they do. And we're very fortunate. We're very thankful for those that do give the donations, because there are some out there that simply can't afford it. Yes. And when you walk into the senior center, we have someone that will scan your card as you come in for lunch, and our donation box is set aside from that scanning table. And that's because we don't monitor who gives a donation and who doesn't, simply because we don't know their situation, and we don't want to pass judgment. We want anyone and everyone to come to the senior center, whether they can afford to give the donation or not. We're here to serve that meal to anyone who needs the nutritional the meal, or who just doesn't feel like cooking for themselves for lunchtime anymore. If I could get by without cooking a meal, I do. But the seniors, they don't feel like it most of the time, and they've cooked for many years for many people over their lifetime, and so it's our turn to do something for them.
Chris, you actually hit on a good point. A lot of seniors, maybe they've lost their spouse in some instances, or they're just not in good health, and maybe can afford to cook if they wanted to cook. Obviously, they can afford to do it in many cases, but sometimes it's getting with other seniors and being able to sit there and tell stories, and just, the camaraderie makes them feel better, and they enjoy probably a meal much better than just sitting at home by themselves.
Right.
Like I say, and that's what happens from a senior standpoint. A lot of times they're not getting the nutritional meal that they need, even though they can probably, in many cases, can afford to go purchase the products to do it when you're just talking for yourself. And then the lonesomeness of, being alone in, many cases. This is a great place to go meet other seniors, and with all the activities, I'm sure you get a lot of people say, this is a place to go, it gives me somewhere to go.
That's right. A lot of our seniors are alone, and so they make friendships at the senior center, and some of the classes are more like support groups as well, because they're there for each other. If you're going through something, then chances are there's someone else who's gone through the same thing that you're going through, and losing a spouse, or having to replace a roof on your house, or and having to deal with insurance. I'm sure that someone at some point in their life at the senior center has gone through that, and they're there. They wouldn't mind to share that experience with you, and let you know what they did to make it through that experience, and to help you through it as well.
What's your hours? I mean, you're open from when to when?
We're open from 8 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. And we do the home delivered meals Monday through Friday. They would get a hot meal, but we also do we deliver 2 frozen meals for the weekend, or on holidays we deliver a frozen meal as well, so they're not just stuck without a meal over the weekend. We and our home delivered meals have dramatically increased. September is when we started really promoting that we are serving the entire county instead of just in Harrison. And at that time, we had maybe 10 clients that we were serving outside of Harrison, and now we're up to about 35, and that's out in the county. And so, one of the reasons that we're doing the fundraisers that we're doing right now is we really need a home delivered meal truck, a second home delivered meal truck. And so we're trying to raise $45,000 to get that home delivered meal truck. It is a specialty truck. It keeps the meals hot or cold, however we need however we need to deliver the meals. And so we've gone from, when I first started 2 years ago, we had about 60 home delivered meal clients, and now we're up to 150.
Wow.
And so and our transportation has gone way up. We were serving about 10 to 15 clients when I first started, and now we're up to about 100 in transportation. And so our center is growing, and we're serving and helping so many more people now. We have a lot of activities for people to come into the center, and so if you can't help financially, then help us to spread the word, to reach those people out in the county that we haven't reached yet, to let them know that we do provide these services and that it is available to them now.
Yeah, but what a great service to have the Meals on Wheels program that she's talking about, where the seniors can't get out, don't have transportation, or can't drive anymore, to be able to deliver nutritional meals to those individuals now throughout the county. That's a big thing. So if you count all the people that are affected on a positive basis that go into the senior center, and then the people that maybe can't get out and go, but they're able to. It's a super program. I've always thought you guys just do really fantastic work out there. And we've about run out of time. Did we cover everything pretty good today?
Our phone number?
Okay.
I'd like to include that. That's 870-741-1505. And don't forget about the car show. If you don't have a car show, a car or a bike to enter in the car show, then you can come by and look at all the pretty cars and have lunch with us. We'll be serving a lunch for only $6, and so come by and see what our food tastes like, and just enjoy the day and see some pretty cars and bikes. And
so don't forget the car show.
That's right.
It'll be a good place to go and have fun, and what a great cause it goes to. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with 2 individuals from the First Lutheran Church about a very important program for needy kids. It's called the Backpack Program. Stay with us.
Sullivan Pharmacy has been serving your prescription needs for over 40 years. Our professional staff is glad to assist you with prescriptions, over-the-counter medicines, and healthcare products. Stop by Sullivan Pharmacy if you have questions about Medicare Part D, and we'll be glad to help. If you're in a hurry, use our convenient drive-through window so you don't have to get out of your car. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 North Main Street in Harrison, helping you feel better since 1965.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television, and our guest in the studio today come to us actually from the First Lutheran Church here in Harrison, and we have Lyle and Lillian Hunt with us. Thank you both for coming in, and thanks for giving me a call, Lyle.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You came in last year, if I remember.
Yes, I did.
Right.
I came in November for the craft fair at First Lutheran Church also, which will be another one coming up this year.
Here. Yeah. We want to kind of get some information out about the crafts fair itself and the activities, but we also want to talk about the reason they're doing it and what the First Lutheran Church in Harrison really what they do for kids that need help when it comes to having nutritional food. And it's called the Backpack Program, and the First Lutheran Church has taken that on as a project, and what a worthwhile project it is. Before we get into the fair itself, or the fundraising event, you know, this backpack program that is offered through the Harrison School District, and it's a part of a program to feed needy children, children that are in need. Their families are in a poverty situation. When they go to school, they get a breakfast of the morning, they get lunch in the midday while the school is going on. But obviously the weekends come up and they have the same situation. They don't have the necessary food or the nutritional food that they need over the weekend, and obviously you've got to eat on the weekend or during the holidays or whatever the case may be when school is not in play. How many years has the Lutheran, I don't want to put you on the spot, but how long has the Lutheran Church been helping with this program?
As far as I can tell, I've been there 14 years, well, since '02 actually, and they've been doing it. So how much longer before that, I don't know.
But for a long time.
It's been a long time. It's we got, I think there's nine or 10 people that come in every week and bag up and deliver, unload, go shopping.
Right.
It's quite a deal.
The program itself, and make sure I understand, correct me if I say something wrong, the program is actually food comes through the food bank or other donations. A lot of retail and grocery stores and different organizations donate the food, the non-perishable food obviously, and they take it to the First Lutheran Church, and then they volunteer to put these in bags, bag it up so to speak, and then they deliver it to the school.
Right.
Once a week, I guess, or
every Thursday.
Every
Thursday, yeah.
And then again, this is utilized for these kids to take home when they leave on Friday afternoon. They can take these bags with them, backpack they call it, but bags of food with them to have food to eat over the weekend. And like I say, it's just
they get
a great program.
Apples, oranges, or banana, liquid, a milk or a juice, some cereal,
snacks
galore, anything but peanut butter. We can't do anything with peanut butter.
Right.
So it makes it a little touchy on the snacks, but we do probably 160 people every week, and it keeps rising, and we love doing it. It's a good thing that the church is doing with the backpack program to help the kids in the county, and this is just the Harrison schools.
Right. So yeah, you think about, if you think about this, we've got other schools in Boone County. I mean, our viewing area covers several counties, but some schools unfortunately don't have the staff or don't have the programs set up to do this.
That's right.
And Harrison is big enough that they have Shirley Smothers actually is the liaison, and she takes care of the homeless kids and they furnish some clothes. They have a clothes closet and all kinds of things. And she's responsible for the backpack program and working with the people at the First Lutheran Church.
Shirley, and then the gals at I believe what's their name?
Rosie Burr,
and Pastor Zerbel, and Fred Wolf, and oh my goodness, I can't even mention everybody that goes in there. I go in there on occasion to help them if they run short. Right. It's quite a little production line.
Right.
And then each school will hand out a slip that this school needs 7, this school needs 10, and then they'll put them in the crates, in the bags, and tie them up, and then each child gets one. The school hands them out when they get there, like you said, on Friday before they go home. So they do have some food to eat during the weekend.
So does the volunteers at your church, do you actually take them to each one of the schools? Do you deliver whatever they have on their list to those schools?
Yes, we have, I call them totes. And we put, let's say the junior or the little school where the little kids have 7 or 10, they'll put 1 or 2 totes in there and put the name on there. And Pastor Zerbel, for example, will deliver these ones. And then the next school, Fred Wolf will deliver some. If I'm there, I've delivered some. We each go to a different school.
I got you.
And then we take them in, and then we bring our totes back, and then they're ready for the following week again. Plus, we go shopping at Aldi's and merchandise outlet, whatever store we find the sales at is where we go and get the supplies if we run short of donations.
Okay. And I know people do donate and bring the food out to you, but I'm sure there's always, as the demand increases, there's always need. And I guess I should say this, by the way, while we're talking about it, and then we're going to get into your fundraising thing. If somebody out there watching the show and they say, wow, I didn't understand how that worked, if they have some of the items that you're talking about that they'd like to donate, they can bring them to your church. Is that correct?
Yes. They can bring them to church or contact me.
Okay.
I'm Santa during the winter months. In the summer, I'm still Santa, but I cut the beard off to be cool. They can get a hold of us at the church or call Leslie at the church and ask for somebody to pick their donations up if that needs be. And I'm sure that somebody would go out and pick them up.
Absolutely. Well,
but it would be greatly appreciated, believe me. I know the schools, the kids would love it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the people involved. And you touch a lot of lives when you're talking about that many packs going out, you know. But from what Lyle's talking about here, 150, 60 a week, and you're talking about 700, 800 a month. That's a lot of bags of food to go there. So, okay. Let's get into, we got about 5 minutes left on it. Now we want to spend time about the event coming up. You're having a Fun in the Sun, Christmas in July event that's coming up at the First Lutheran Church, and it is on July 29th. That's a Saturday, I assume.
That's a Saturday.
And you kind of give us a little what's going to happen there.
Okay, we're going to set up between 7 and 8. We put out invitations to the crafters, the flea marketers, and we've also invited the farmers market to come. I think that would be a real help also. And we're going to set up booths and have the crafters market, the vendors and whatnot, they can sell stuff. The money raised for the rental on the spaces goes to the backpack program. And just to show you what we did, our November show, the Men's Network at First Lutheran Church, when they put on their craft fair, we turned over $500 for our first event to the backpack program for the first event, and I was really happy with that.
Well, $500 can go a long way in purchasing food, especially they get the best deals they can from area retailers. So that's a lot. If they could do the same here, I'm sure you'd like to do that or more.
Oh, I'd like to double it, but you know, with the economy and everything, if we make 500 or a dollar more, I'm going to be like Jerry Lewis. If we make $1 more, I'm going to be happy.
Okay. Okay. And keep going. What are some of the?
We got
let's see.
Karaoke. I'm going to do karaoke, and they can make donations at the karaoke table. We've got flea marketers coming, crafters coming. We're going to serve hot dogs, pop, and chips. Do a minimal donation for that. I believe we're going to do it on a donation basis. I haven't quite heard anything what they're going to charge for it, so I'm going to say it's going to maybe be on a donation basis. And we've got one of the Fred Wolf. He's also one of the deacons at the church, the same as I am. That's going to do crafts.
Show a few of
And
those. Yeah.
And we have them for
Kinda
various
hold it,
ages
if you could hold it. Yeah, there you go.
for the little kids, and then as they go up, they get a little more challenging and stuff. And then there's the cross they can string and make, or make a heart with their name on it. And then we have other things where they can put a picture in there.
Okay. So a lot of crafts.
A lot of crafts.
Yeah. Okay.
And each child will get a bag with color crayons in it, and I believe a pen, and their name is going to go on the bag.
They're
so
going to
they
write
can take
their name on the
with them.
bag.
Okay. So the children that come get the bag.
They get the bag with it to carry
nice.
their stuff in, and,
Oh,
and
that's
it'll say, for example, Lyle or Lillian or whatever their name is. They'll write it on. I don't know how they're going to do it. Fred didn't tell me.
But he's got a way to do it.
He's got a way to do it, so we're excited about it. We're
Okay.
hoping, and the weather is going to be only 85 or less.
There you go. I like that.
That's
gonna be
the
nice.
main thing of the week on Saturday.
Okay, so you got, looks like on the list here, before we run out of time, police department's going to be out there, the fire department, they'll have a fire truck, Boone County Sheriff's Office, they're going to be there, and they're going to do fingerprinting for children. That's a very important program that's going to be free of charge. They'll be
And
set
then
up.
from what I understand on that is they're going to send the card home with the fingerprints
Right.
on there for the parents to put the picture and then keep that, so if something happens, God forbid,
Yes.
that they can turn that over there and it'll have the child's fingerprints on it also.
Looks like lots and lots of activities. So this is, they're going to have games, crafts for the children, things for the adults, a little karaoke, food obviously out there, and from about 8 till 4.
8 to 4,
Okay.
right? If it gets too hot, if the crowds slow down, say 3 o'clock or something like
Right.
that, and the vendors decide they'd like to close up.
Right.
If it's hot enough, we're going to do it.
Yeah, but otherwise you're going to try to hang out.
I'm going to try to hang out there till 4 o'clock.
Well, we appreciate both of you coming in, and we'll get this on our community bulletin board that you gave us here
Appreciate
of the
that.
events. And we appreciate the fact that the First Lutheran Church is doing all of this for these needy children. So if you can help out, even if you can't go to the event, if you could take some non-perishable food items, or obviously a cash donation works just as well, and help these people at the First Lutheran Church in Harrison with the backpack program for the needy children in the Harrison School District. Lyle, Lillian, thank you so much for coming in today. We appreciate it, and we'll do all we can to keep pumping up this information. Get
Well,
them
I
out
sure
there on-
appreciate
yeah,
what
yeah.
you're doing, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Come back again with the longer beard.
Oh, yes, I'll come back with the longer beard for Santa.
Thanks for
You know
joining
that.
us on Connection today. We hope we got some information out to you didn't know about. Help out any of these organizations. They're here for us, and they're here for you. And we appreciate you joining us on Connection.
Summer is here, and Sisters Flower and Gift Shop has recently received a large selection of new and unique items, from colorful tableware, centerpieces, wall decor, home accent, razorback products, and a baby department with clothes and accessories. Sisters has the perfect gift for any occasion. For the future bride and groom, Sisters offers a complete bridal registry, birthday, wedding, anniversary, or just because.